Oh, gathered throng. After a interminable absence, it's your boys. Jeffrey K. Horcrims, of course, your internet friend, here with Acquisitions Intoxicated, the entire purpose of which is to grant you access to that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. I am, of course, joined, as virtually almost always.
I don't know if it's virtually.
I'm trying.
Is this like literally or figuratively? Is it that distinction? Like
for legal reasons, I'm trying to create a context in which what I'm saying can be true across the breadth of time.
Ah, yes.
But of course, this is Eric J. Benson, Acquisitions Intoxicated's brewmaster. Of course, we know all about it. It's Edge Benson. It's the notorious EJB. It's Azerbaijan. It's that multifarious. Imagine that writhing heads have risen, and each of them has a distinct moniker. I could not be more pleased.
They're just floating?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I could not be more pleased to spend this time with you because a couple of cool things are going to happen. First of all,
things here.
What's going in here?
What are we putting in here today?
Because we were looking at the recipe for the beer that we're tapping today, and of course we were excited about that. But it would be nice to know what ingredients these are.
Nah, let's just fucking.
It smells. I mean, look, it smells.
So what this is Welcome Home. This was the beer we did specifically for PAX, right? As a whole.
Exactly. Designed purposefully, purpose-built. To be as welcoming as possible.
Right.
But still retain that craft, that craft angle.
So when everybody comes back to PAX, they,
we know exactly what to do.
Getting.
And the fun part is that, we're up to a couple brew partners. That worst case scenario, right? I mean, we're up to a couple brew partners that we could take it to scale if we wanted to have something celebratory. Now, if you were at any of the events that occurred during PAX West, then you know perfectly well that the Acquisitions Incorporated and the Acquisitions Intoxicated audiences were treated quite well.
Wow, yeah, it was amazing.
By New Belgium and Two Beers in that collabo up on the roof.
That was unreal. We literally packed that place from door to
I mean, it's
roof end or whatever.
Listen, it's a radical new geography, and we're only now determining the language to describe it.
I know. I mean, listen, people were going to be falling off. It was amazing.
Suffice it to say, it was fucking crazy. And it's absolutely a testament to the camaraderie that we've been able to manufacture here on the stream. And it was so fun.
There were kill team games going on. There were board games going on at the event. Like that.
6-year-olds were being taught to play war games. It was real cool. And of course, that was an opportunity for a lot of people, certainly those out of town, to try the collabo that we did with Two Beers for signing bonus, which is still good. The last few cans that exist, they're either at a bottle shop around. I got the last ones that were at Malt Line here in Redmond.
I have 4 left.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I have a flat of it, so be sure to grab 4 before you leave. I'm going to put the rest of it out on the table just for people, especially like down at the warehouse to come and snatch, because it's been a fucking crazy week for them. But I'm going to set that stuff out there. Yeah, I'm going to set that stuff out there. They're going to pull it. It's going to be good times. But there really aren't that many of those left because it was a very...
I would say it's successful.
It was a successful week.
Just going to throw that out
for the partners on that front. So let's go ahead and grab this. So this is Welcome Home. And this build has richness, but it also is pretty traditional in terms of its palate.
Exactly. It's a Munich Helles beer. Now, remember, when you smell that, this is mostly comprised of two-row malt, right?
The guts of it are going to be classic.
But what we used was that Copeland two-row, that premium two-row.
The sweet stuff.
The premium, as they call it.
Yeah, but it is rich. So it's much richer. So I'll show you guys what I mean in terms of the color, right? So this is... And I have filled this grain basket with this sort of thing before.
Many a time, you're saying.
And so sometimes, if it is as pale as this is, we're hitting you on the back with something else. So we're going to be coming at it with a crazy yeast. Like a Goza. A Goza doesn't look too crazy down here, except that same palate is actually like acidulated malts or something weird.
But then you're throwing a lot of stuff up in here for the boil, right?
Exactly. The difference, I think, with this is this already has richness, even if the color doesn't betray it.
Yeah.
Right?
But I mean, even looking from the side angle, which you guys will see shortly, is look at the golden color that kind of permeates throughout this. Because that's the Vienna malt that was cracked inside there
and you can
as well.
smell it too. Like that's the main thing, is up off the top, it looks pretty ordinary. It looks like we're going to have to come at it on the back with something else, or maybe a dry addition in the fermenter or something like that. This is surprisingly rich as an aroma. Now, so we have a couple interesting.
So this is the Hallertau?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not familiar with the middle fruit. They're going to be mad. I said it incorrectly. So how much of this stuff are we putting in here?
So we're putting in, where's that handy dandy scale we got?
Oh, do we have a scale?
Oh yeah. I thought we used this before, haven't we?
No, I haven't. I'm so pleased. Oh my gosh. This is the fantasy.
Look at that.
Oh, we got that lid.
We can weigh out all the weed.
We got that lid. Obviously, Penny is diversifying.
Yep.
No.
For all your cannabis needs.
No trichomes.
Well, kind of technically.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get back to you. The license is very expensive. So, so we have our bowl here.
So, we're gonna zero that out. Maybe not. There we go.
Right now, how much is this bad boy?
1.25 ounces.
Okay, so one full bag.
One full bag, yeah.
But this specific breed of Hallertau, I'm not familiar with.
You're gonna get a lot of fruit flavor coming off the nose in this.
Yeah,
one.
that's the tanginess. It's so weird, right? Eventually, you learn to figure out, like, you have to extrapolate it, because the first smell you're
always gonna get that same.
You have to model what that means when it's added to gallons of water.
Right, exactly.
Right? So it's like a lot of times earthy stuff almost has like a Flintstones vitamin, because it's more about it's about the mineral aspect of it, right? And so it has that weird smell. But then, like, sometimes fruity smells, when they're concentrated in the hop pellet like this, almost have a cheese, for lack of a better term.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, a lot of the times when you pelletize hops, you do get that blue cheese kind of
the
funk, and that comes from a little bit of oxidation too.
Oh, okay. So it's the.
But no, you're 100% right with when you have more fruit, that actually is a byproduct of it.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Let's see, 1, 3, 4. So we need 1.25. That first bag was a little heavy.
A little heavy on the Hey, that's just saying that our dear friends at Artisan Hops just give you a little extra. They go 110%. Just saying. Woo!
I'll grab a couple of these here.
Oh!
Damn it! I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't fuck around. Ha ha! All right.
So someone get a picture of that.
Exactly. Oh, god damn it! Why would you go up?
Why
would you go up on me?
Take that little.
Why would you do that? You piece of shit.
Done.
All right, now we're done. But you said we were done before.
Oh!
This is like the fucking loaves and the fishes.
Artisan Hops, I love you right now.
What the fuck is going on with this? All right, here it's happening. All right.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. So into the hop chamber. Not a crazy amount for this, because again,
we weren't going high on this one.
We are going for something, and we discussed it at the time. I mean, I remember that conversation now, even though PAX West seems like 1,000 years ago. Really, it's designed to mimic the sorts of experiences that I had with beers when I was in Oz.
Yeah.
Like, it has to do with what the purpose of it is.
Right.
What is it designed to do? And sometimes its purpose is to be friendly.
Yeah, friendly, welcoming, sessionable.
Exactly. It is actually something to share with someone.
Well,
that's its purpose.
It's like you're getting around a table at the Westin, right? And you want to be there all night, not just for 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be like, oh, I heard the Pacific Northwest has good beers. Let me try this IPA.
Oh, I'm going to bed now.
You wake up in the fucking street. Here we go. Et voila. Yeah, no, I can see now already Ghostly has taken up a defensive position over at the camera, because now I have to perform the ritual. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because the reward for having successfully performed the ritual, God damn it.
Because we always don't bust your chops?
Well, no.
Is that the reward?
That'll never happen. My chops are to be busted. That is their purpose. That is their stated purpose.
So then what is the essence of the reward that you shall inherit from this?
The essence of the reward, friend, is that we are going to tap into out of this world.
Oh, like this is, have your vegetables and then you get ice cream?
These are my labors.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And then we're going to go in there. We're going to talk about it. Of course, Stout of this world, designed to evoke / capture the Velvet Cloak arc that people seem to enjoy in the second part of C-Team Season 3. So, this is the horrible thing. As I remember the technique. Like last time I did I figured out what the thing was.
All the stars aligned. The gears came into place. Everything folded.
I've forgotten all of it. It's been 1,000 years since I've undertaken these works. Let's see how it goes.
Crack the back, get the knuckles into
Get in there. Yeah. All right. Let's come around here. Scoot this chair.
We need to get like some incense burners and some.
Well, I need a sensor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
we've used that term a lot in the past 3 days. I mean, it's come up.
No, that's a funny
oddly
thing.
enough.
No, because we keep trying to explain. It's like, no, it's a sensor.
No, it's really.
That's a real fucking thing. My recipes. And so this is welcome home, as they say.
There?
Oh, it is indeed.
Fantastic.
Right at the very bottom.
It's right at the bottom.
Right, so I was tipping it, and it was Goofsville.
So tipping is not the answer in this version of the Pico, you're saying?
Yeah.
Because it was in the old version. Oh.
Did I figure it out?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, he got there. Yeah, it took a while. One fucking hand, exactly right. Yeah, see, this is
One-handed.
Right here, one of these. All right, now, no, the key is you actually tip. You don't put it in at the start and then tip.
You're pre-tipping?
No, it is designed. It's, you know how when you put a drawer in?
Yeah.
It's like you tip up and then you put it down on the rail. You actually start with a lot of excitement. What I would describe as an extreme grade.
You're going down a roller coaster, essentially.
Exactly.
Into a grain cooker.
Hey, show detailed setup instructions or skip. I think there has been
an update.
I think there has been
a firmware. You just downloaded the update, so that must be what it is.
Update. Ho ho.
Pico's doing some work.
Skip tests. Insert step filter.
Okay. Next.
But I did insert it here.
It's saying it's not in?
Yeah. Oh, I just had to give it a little love.
So was that a preemptive clap?
No. No, it's fine. Because it tells you, right? Because it has that sort of suction tube at the back, right?
Yeah, totally.
No, I don't want to do a delay. Here.
Yeah. You want to brew your beer tomorrow?
There we go. All right.
Love it. Fantastic. Sounds great.
Grab this bad boy. Set it up on here.
Look at that.
It is the hour.
How is Jeff not even already zooming in? Oh, never mind. God, it's like he comes out of the shadows.
I've been waiting off stage for 2 weeks.
I literally haven't even left that corner.
I have not.
Perfect.
I've been waiting to pour beer for 2 weeks.
Well, here, you can take full advantage of our stout faucet, Monfrere. You can get some draw off of that. Now, why wouldn't you?
Hold on. I see 2 taps here.
The big one.
Fear not. You're looking for the big one. The stout faucet is the more substantial of the two.
We might need a little more pressure here.
We may.
No, it's pouring great.
Is it all right?
Yeah. It just takes a little...
Well, because it's designed, ultimately it's designed for nitro, right?
Yeah. Let's see what we're at. Yeah, we're...
We goosed? Here.
Yeah, we're not putting any more pressure on that one.
All right.
Oh my goodness. What's funny is that even on a CO2 pump, you still get the cascade type effect in the head at least. So when you poured it before, was it that speed?
Yeah.
Was it that rate? Okay.
All right.
Whoa, look at that.
It is what it is. All right, so you get the cascade. I'm saying you'll be able to catch the cascade on the HD camera.
That HD. That HD Wells.
The HD, like the HG Wells. Fuck you. The HD camera makes real life
Look
better.
You have a better
it's what?
camera now? Yeah. Oh, that's not great.
No, it's just generally how it looks. Like if you play war games.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like our painting streams do not make sense.
No, it's like I'm looking at the same thing and I'm like, well, this is filth.
Yeah.
And then I look up there and
like,
it's
oh.
like, oh, okay, I guess shit's real.
Yeah.
All right, now,
Oh, it smells so good.
don't it? Now, so let's go through the list here.
Oh,
right?
Whoa!
I know. It's massive.
This is magical. What's going on in this glass?
Yeah, okay, so help our boy here understand.
This is a
twist.
Yeah, this is a stout with a twist, right?
Exactly. So the purpose is to sort of capture the weirdo steampunk sci-fi turn
Okay.
of the second
Okay.
the second segment of the C Team's third season. And so, but sort of go into what we talked about here, right?
So
This is out of control.
this
The
was a-
malt bill by itself is
It's
out of
crazy.
control.
This was a tropical stout we did with the base malt was Maris Otter, so it's going to give us that biscuity toffee,
Rich.
that rich flavor that we want. Then we put a little bit of rye malt into this as
There's
well, which is
spice.
great. Yeah,
Usually the way that you perceive that is with earthy spice.
Yep.
Right?
exactly. And then a chocolate malt, very
know
distinct,
about that.
roasty, chocolatey characteristics.
Exactly. And so that gives us the rest of the color between that and the
Yep.
rye.
And then cashmere hops, which we've never used.
Never used. So give them the description that's built in, right? It's
Yeah,
weird.
this is going to be melon and lemon with a little bit of spice to it.
Which I would not say that's outside that's a little bit off style for a regular stout.
Yeah, totally.
But in this tropical stout where you're trying to emphasize fruit tastes,
Done.
let's give it a try.
And then what we also did was in secondary we threw in pineapple into the
Chunk
second
pineapple?
full chunks of pineapple.
How long did it rest in the secondary?
Go see, what do you think? About a week and a half?
You can smell the pineapple.
I know.
You can't taste it, but you can smell it.
That's the point. Yeah.
That's what it is. I was like, is this all that cashmere?
Yeah. No, this is all the pineapple.
God, the aroma's out of fucking control.
Yeah, I started drinking while you guys were talking. I couldn't wait.
Oh my god.
It does not, like, it is exactly what you described, because you're like, oh, I think it's a stout. No, it's not a stout. Like, it does not drink like a stout. And it doesn't, it drinks a lot thinner and lighter than it looks.
And it's 5% too, right?
It's
So-
a magic.
it's very light.
It's basically, Mr. Kaus, if there's a possibility I could
Yeah.
get him. So,
I can top
Yeah,
it off.
you're gonna have to
But it's
fill that
very-
a couple.
but
Holy
it's very,
crap!
It's ridiculously juicy, ale tier drinking with just some chocolate finish at the end.
It's a summertime stout.
Yeah, who knew this was a genre?
I am delighted by this.
Yeah.
I just love that I can smell pineapple on my nose, and then chocolate.
Yeah, and then it's in there in the back. What a,
This is a stout I would drink in the winter months of Hawaii.
what a bizarre creature we've invented here.
Oh, welcome to Spelljammer.
I was just going to say, and of course we get the additional benefit.
I know.
Even off CO2 from the stout faucet.
Yeah, that's crazy. It
So
does.
we get the
it's-
presentation.
It tastes so much lighter than it
it's-
looks. I expect
it's
a big
friendly.
creamy mouthfeel, and it's not. It's
No, it's sharp
Yeah,
because
it's like-
it's sharp because of the juicy aspect, right? Oh my gosh, this is one of the best aromas we have ever managed on this show.
Yeah.
That is out of fucking control.
So cool.
It really is.
I want to bottle it.
Yeah. No, this would be nice.
This is a good one.
This would be like hyper chilled
Yeah.
in like from the bottle into a glass. This would be something else.
It's a new. It's like farm to
Yeah.
table. This is bottle to glass.
See, bottle to glass.
Yeah.
It's
a new concept.
Look, I think it's good. I think it's
It's gonna catch on.
It's $1 billion idea.
Yeah.
would you buy a candle scented like that? I don't know.
There was Mike and I purchased some candles, ironically.
Wait.
Yeah, exactly.
candles?
And it's like I think we even I think
Wait. Pull this story back. Wait, what?
No.
I mean, I'm fine with buying candles. Why is it ironic?
No, it's because it's a specific brand. These are like candles for men. Even though
Oh
it's
God,
like,
does it come with like a beard on it and like an axe taped to the?
yeah, ostensibly.
No,
I
it
mean,
just tells you to smile more.
yeah, exactly.
They're horrible.
Yeah, but it's like the idea is it's like leather. Cigars.
Notes of tobacco and leather and punch you in the face.
Yeah, so we did a strip where one of the candle scents was Dad's belt, which I thought took it into a sufficiently dark.
That was very dark.
But this candle would be out of control.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh, God,
chocolate,
yeah.
pineapple. Hell yeah, it's rich. God, he's going back.
I'm going
Yeah,
back.
it's hard not to.
Back, man. It got a hold of this guy.
It's really good. Hey, I've been gone, or we haven't broadcast in 2 weeks.
No, that's true. That's
According
true,
to my
Jeff.
count, there should be a second beer here.
Yeah,
There are.
I was just gonna say, Orion is like chocolate and fruit. You've liquid edible arrangements in front of you. That's
Oh,
exactly
that's
right.
great.
No. It's like there is a specific combination that is actually there. It has to do with the chocolate-covered pineapple stuff that's like in the arrangement.
Yeah.
That is astute, sir.
A stout, actually.
It's a stout. That's horrible.
Satanic.
I should not have laughed.
Satanic.
God damn it.
But I was just gonna say, well, Spidey Mark, Eric did purchase beer glitter, ironically, but then
Then it was
loving
fucking
it.
great.
Then it was the best, and we didn't really kick the stout faucet too much once we had that. We didn't have an opportunity, right? Oh man. Well, here, I'm gonna come back for the second.
Better than first.
God, it really is.
That's wild.
That's just a winner.
That's a delight.
That would be like your new favorite. If you sat down someplace and basically just like spun the wheel and just like
Yeah, right, I'll
no, it's like when we hit Mox, right? It's like, okay, well, what haven't I had?
Right.
Which gets the weirder you get about beer, the harder it gets to do, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just like you'd try that and then you would try it again.
Yeah.
Like you would come
there's
back.
There's no like putting on like that was great, guys.
No, exactly. It's just like, and they're like,
No,
are you
I
done?
want-
It's
I wanna
like-
have another.
It's like, oh, I couldn't possibly.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I had too much chocolate fudge.
No. This is that moment that we have occasionally had the opportunity to enjoy, where they come back and you have drank it too fast.
Yeah, it
And
evaporated somehow.
And now they have questions about
Yeah.
you, right? This is in that tier because the potability is off the charts.
Right.
And because it's 4.9.
Right.
Yeah,
It's,
it has a low ABV, so we can just
you can literally. This is very
Drink it all day.
sessionable. Yeah.
drink it all day.
Oh.
God damn. Dwarven
All right,
candles.
that was a good.
Oh yeah.
That was a really good one.
I love it. Well, yeah. I mean, feel free to get a splash more.
Or many splashes and.
I have to tell one quick anecdote. Well, I was at. This is the kind of evil you guys have rung on me.
Oh no.
Is I was at Diamond Knot for the weekend
cool.
and I had their Oktoberfest. It was the first time they were pouring their Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much. It was a unique taste on Oktoberfest. I immediately started asking them what kind of hops and grains they were using.
Mission accomplished.
Pursuant to that, what hops?
But the guy didn't know, and the brewmaster wasn't there because it was a Sunday afternoon. I was so mad.
You were like, I demand this.
I was
You're
like, you guys should
I'm a
put that in
discerning
the
customer.
descriptor. I was like, McMiniman says what kind of hops they put in the descriptor.
Yeah, they're not afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's one of four.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's there's four. It's going to be four. If they're calling it Oktoberfest,
Right.
they're trying to. There's really four that it could be from. And of course, each of them is going to put their own little spin on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm mad
for
we
sure.
didn't do our own Oktoberfest. I didn't know what it...
Still good.
Well, I don't think it would be brewed in time, would it?
That's where you're wrong. It's only
3 weeks.
It's only September, my friend.
Yeah. Oktoberfest
In
ends
my head, it's already October.
in October.
Maybe. Let's put it up. Let's put it up to a vote.
I'm fine with it. It's great.
That classic tradition. Of course, if anybody is trying to, if anybody watching on the stream here in the office, if you're trying to get a little bit of that stuff, of course, we have it on tap. It's ready for you. We got clean glasses. Come snatch it at your leisure.
Not that we ever serve with dirty glasses.
Oh, it's happening.
Well, that's
Oh,
happening
yeah,
too.
that's
I mean,
true.
let's be quite clear.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's be quite clear.
All right,
Now,
gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly right, Graham Baxter. That is indeed frustrating. You want some, for those who want it, the information about the manufacturer of the beer really should be on the can. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, it's not like you gotta go into detail on everything that happens.
No,
right?
no. Now, Kim, it depends. Theoretically, a dirty glass preparation could be considered pairing, a blend, if you will.
Very thematic.
Now, so let's jump in here.
Look at that head.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
It turned out really good.
Yeah, it is way outside. Again,
Kermit the Frog here.
Because we went to Fremont Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah.
With Ryan and had a very, very good time, and we saw some new stuff that we really liked.
Yeah, there were some really great beers there.
But you definitely there's some great breweries, met a lot of cool people for sure, and of course they had the dumpling czar with the bacon.
Never go wrong with
the
bacon
jam.
dumpling. Oof.
And the sour cream. It's pretty good.
I'm still dreaming of that steak and fries, and then from what was it, Bowers?
See, because your boy here has never been to Browers.
Yeah, never.
So Browers is a Fremont institution with, it's got to be north of 70 taps.
It was amazing.
And then a whole bottle section in the back, and scotch on top. Yes, bacon is best. Although we know what your position is on bacon, and
we support it.
The experience I had was not bad. Yes, pelmeni dumplings are. That is exactly where we went, Mr. Dan Barine Man. Now, let's pull up the ding dong here.
Ah, yes, the ding dong.
Indeed, and let's get back to work. So themes or styles, because we can always figure out
wrap a theme around a particular style.
Absolutely, and we will. But Oktoberfest is definitely a real world thing.
It's true.
That we could jump into
very quickly
and try to do something neat. Obviously, we've approached traditional German styles many times with the reverence.
Right.
But if you make that Oktoberfest and then you come at it crazy,
what happens?
Right?
What is the end result?
It's an exhausting example because I bring it up so frequently, but Velvet Cape and Velvet Rope.
God, yeah.
Even if you just approach the Oktoberfest body with one of the other yeast, if you just approached it without a traditional yeast, the best example I can think of, and it's not one that I make all the time, so that has an added benefit, is I think about what was the Zero Dark Thirsty?
I will tell you very quickly.
That was a red ale yeast.
Yes, it was.
Irish red yeast.
Yep.
And the effect that it had on the malt richness.
There are so many beers that it's hard to find.
I know. Here, can you throw, George, can you throw the screen? I want you to take a look at your labors.
This is nuts. Even trying to find that beer.
Breweries don't have this. Breweries
look at this.
Don't have a roster like this, right? And you even have your 5-gallon versions of the recipes in there ready to go.
All locked and loaded.
Right? Now.
Oh, there we go. Dark Craw. That was.
Oh, that's right.
Dark Craw was the.
Dark Craw was the modified name. But although you'll recall that purely from a voting perspective, Don Craw Jr. Made a robust showing democratically, right? But
this was the one that we tried to.
Or was it a different one that had the red ale yeast? Excalibur.
Excalibur had the red ale.
See, this is how many fucking beers we have, people.
Yep, Irish. Yeah, there we go.
Look at this. So here's your base, pale malt. We know about that. That's going to be the guts of it, right? Some caramel crystal malt, a little bit of head retention, little bit of malt richness.
Yep, but then the black malt comes in for roasted chocolatey flavors.
Exactly, and that adds that astringent layer. So now none of that is cloying, right? But then you fucking go crazy on top of it with the Irish ale yeast. I would say that is the most striking thing about that. And there's plenty to like.
Sure, yeah, no, absolutely.
The most striking thing about that is an irresistible...
Excellent.
Absolutely, an almost irresistible richness. off of the 10 pounds of pale malt.
Right.
When that red ale yeast hits it, and you're used to that in a red ale, it always has that syrupy richness, and it's like that's one of the things you like about it.
But bring that over to a stout?
It's not done. Like, it is a weird thing to do. It's the sort of thing that only the stream could do, right? Is grab that lever. I mean, if we talked about some of this shit even to our friends, that are master brewers, they would be like,
okay, that's weird.
Because in the back of their head, there's this fucking gargoyle.
Those guys, right?
Well, no. It isn't even like that.
Yeah.
They want to play, right? And then when we have our collaborations, we get a chance to actually really do crazy shit at scale. But that gargoyle is always perched there, saying, well, that's a fucking crazy thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't do the crazy thing. But if you had this, and if anybody had it, it is alien to the experience of a stout. And that thing was also a beast.
It was amazing.
It was like 9%.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was a monster.
Yeah,
I remember
9%.
I know. I remember.
Oh, that was right. We're like, this is not 9%. Oh, this is 9%.
I drank it, and I'm like, you know what? That's great. Very drinkable stout. And then it's like, oh no. Yeah.
Someone get me a pillow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like you wake up covered in raccoons in a dumpster.
But you're very true. Very true to the character.
But you're fine with it. No, but
actually, the beer did hold true to Hexcalibur, to Chris and the character.
Perfect. It was a perfect execution, but it really, at the end of the day, great build, novel yeast choice that spun it in a way that literally no one else would do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Hey, so we have our thing over here. So
what do we want to...
And we'll come up with the theme. Don't worry about the theme aspect. We'll make sure we hook it up with something like that.
So we know we want to talk about Oktoberfest as a possibility.
So we're going to throw it in. Oktoberfest is in there.
What else for this time of year do we really want to kind of hone in on?
Yeah.
Right? We're coming into fall. We've got a couple months. We could do some things with mulling spices or cinnamon, things like that.
So the two things campaign-wise that we can flex on if we want to do it is Nemazir itself. So they're finally returning from the first season, finally returning back to Nemazir. They have also been invited to a wedding in the holy city of Jannar.
Right.
And so it could be, we could be thinking about a dragonborn beer. And there's no reason, ultimately, in terms of theme and style, there's no reason that we can't roll on an Oktoberfest theme. You know, here we'll do. Let me get Oktoberfest out of there because it's not a theme.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say Nemazir.
Nemazir, Jannar.
Yeah, Nemazir or Jannar will give us good hooks. Oh man, that theme is way down there. Woo! It's a subterranean theme. This is a theme deep in the earth.
So cool, you can't even see it.
Yeah, you're not ready for it.
Yeah, you can't handle that theme.
You don't even know what's going on with this thing. Even if we showed you the theme. All right.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. I was just kidding. It's just these two other words. So poke around in there. See what you think.
Bless Oktoberfest special. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I can see that. I can feel it.
God, I feel like...
you want to plant a Nemazir in Jannar?
Ooh! That'd be a great plot point.
Yeah, Underdark theme, exactly right. Hey, so while that's running, it turns out that this device is stuffed with cues.
What happened to your beard? When did you have a beard?
It's right over here. Fear not.
Beard?
Beard? Oh, no, there was a very brief period online. Someone had made a picture.
Oh!
I basically looked like a...
Oh, I saw that. It was
like an
hilarious.
ovoid. I looked like an ovoid Liam Neeson. Hey, how about a house brew for the Penny Arcade Bar Brewery? Get recursive with it.
Yeah,
I'm into it. Go fractal. I'm not mad at it. We will do that in the future. For now, let's try to hew close to the themes we have in the show. For those of us who couldn't find signing bonus at PAX and don't live near Seattle, what options do we have to find it? Your best case scenario is probably to brew it.
Yep. That's the easiest. That's probably the easiest method to go about getting it.
The run has been depleted.
Yep.
At the keg,
what an awesome feeling.
At the keg level, anything?
I mean, it's bittersweet, right? Like.
Yeah. See, here's Mr. Dan Breenman right in there. It gone. Yeah. I mean, and Dan, I gotta say, like, certainly from our perspective, we loved doing the collaboration with you guys, and you let us play with a pretty marquee hop on the Belma side, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's also very, very good. But, you know, from our perspective, and we had many conversations about it, we just wanted to do right by you. We just wanted to try to make something that met your standards.
Right.
And then, you know, the fantasy is that once it made its way into the marketplace, then it wouldn't be a disappointment there either. And that you wouldn't lose money.
Exactly.
And like fucking around with our stuff. I feel good. I feel good about what we put together, and I think that we should do something else again later. So
brew it.
Exactly. Brewing it is probably going to be the best opportunity. Jerry, we are building characters for an Acant campaign and have just allowed an awakened raccoon PC. What should I drink for the shame? I am.
There's no shame in that.
No. I am this close. SA, don't even worry about it. I am this close to running a campaign where all the player characters are the nut lords that live in the forest near Red Larch.
No,
a challenge that only they can manage. So you shouldn't feel bad about that at all. I think it's sweet. If anything, it just presages things that might happen in the campaign. Have you ever tried to make buttered beer? Spiced, hot, buttered, frothed beer. Going to a PotterCon this weekend, and one of the attendees I'm going with is making traditional style butterbeer and not sure what to expect. I feel like that would be a rough ride. What I would do is I would actually make something more like a butterscotch soda.
Yeah.
And then I would actually blend that with a clear alcohol to make my alcoholic
almost
butterbeer.
like a hot buttered rum type of thing.
That's how I would do that.
Is it hot
No,
buttered rum? Yeah,
exactly right.
Stick the hot poker in it?
I would do that. I feel like even if it isn't a traditional beer, I feel like you would arrive at what you were trying to do with fewer pit stops. All right, so we're looking good here.
By a landslide.
They want Jannar, and so now, again, we talked about this a few times. In terms of Dragonborn, all of a sudden Dragonborn just materialized in the Forgotten Realms. There's not really much established about them.
Yeah, there's no
fiction-wise. I mean, it's like
canonical. It's X came down from the mountain.
Exactly, but look at something like Draconians. Like Draconians are almost the entire story of Dragonlance. Yeah. Right. I mean, that corruption is a huge part of it.
Miss Dragonlance.
Right. Well, it's because it's some hot shit. Yeah. So we had.
You remember the arcade game? It was almost like a cinematic arcade game where you had to push a button.
Was it like a Dragon's Lair type thing?
Maybe it was Dragon's Lair, not Dragon's Lance. Dragon's Lair, excuse me. Yeah.
Oh,
I was thinking Dragon's.
No, it's pretty sweet. Now there are Dragonlance video games.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play the old the D&D ones from
the old gold box ones? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man. You got anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
long story short, we're old. That's the takeaway.
Listen, that's when floppy disks were floppy. Just
No, somewhere. Now
5 1/4 inch, 3.5.
It's like this. No, I tried to explain that to my son. It's like,
really? No, it was really a 5 1/4 inch disc.
No. That's not the part that's hard for him to understand. I'm like, okay, so technically the smaller disc had more data.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand. I'm like, well, I don't know how to fucking explain it to you. Also, we would buy single-sided floppies and then cut part of the floppy out so that we could.
Right?
It makes no fucking sense. It's completely.
Yeah, there was that little
that notch. That notch, though. So I did it with scissors for a while, and then eventually, my mom got me the little clipper thing. You can just we're saving a lot of money now.
Yeah. Look, my hands aren't wrecked. Come on.
Exactly. Now, how do we feel about the aroma coming off of this kettle?
It's delightful.
It's rich.
Yeah.
It's rich. There's more to it.
Welcome home.
Exactly, right? There is more to it than it looks.
Well, especially with those premium grains.
Now, so because we're going to Jannar, we are looking for a theme that is going to be connected with the wedding. Now, but just because it's connected with the wedding, understand that we've sort of established this a little bit at the table, and it's something that I've talked to Ryan about also, but he and I had the same idea at separate times, which is that wedding process, end to end, is a year long. And so there's no reason that this has to be, it isn't like 1,000 Year Promise, let's say, where it's about, druids or rangers from the Enclave entering into a significant interpersonal contract, right? And there has to be something like some punctuation.
But what if there's something that you drink to start the process and one
this is what I mean.
encapsulates
I'm
the
saying
end of it?
Any point through this, there can be some specific ritual, like some specific party beverage that goes in. So, in terms of themes, it can be like at the beginning, like the request is made, right? The wedding itself.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then also, I think part of the reason it takes so long is that they need to make absolutely sure. And so
they don't want to have any bad repercussions.
So here are the three options I'm throwing out. So let's say that at some point over the course of this, it's just recognized and understood, and indeed even ritualized to the extent that there is a specific part of this ritual that is designed to recognize and codify the first serious fight that you have during your engagement.
Because that almost solidifies the engagement itself.
Yeah.
If you can get through that fight.
God, but they have some kind of a term. You know what I think they would call it? Tempering. Right?
Like you're forging a sword, right?
Yes. They would call it temper. Right? I think
good.
it works on wow. Is there a function where the suitor is denied a requisite number of times? Neon Graveyard, I think that in this case, at the Jannar tier, some of these decisions are occurring. There's a deep pragmatism. Again, because there's a full year involved, I think that there's a deep pragmatism. The initial offers aren't made unless they're going to be accepted. Because the politics, and we've gone into it a little bit in the game, the politics around these city-states that are tiered and very much have an outside layer, and that's where you can be if you are not from this town. You can operate in this very specific, profoundly policed section of the town, right? Those offers aren't made unless it's already been established that it's good. Yeah, Quench. Hell yeah, Frosty. That's the A+ shit. Yeah, look, I think
I don't think we're any of those other two are going to come back from that.
Any one of them would have been great. But I think we have come up with some good lore.
Okay.
Now, so first fight. Now it's about style, and there's no reason why we can't get our Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is.
It's spicy. It has spicy.
Because of the noble hops. Right. You got earth.
You got Saz in there. You can always put that in.
Yeah. But it's also it is a very convivial, congenial, friendly beverage.
Well, it's celebratory too, right? So at the end of this fight, you need something like, okay, we made it through that.
Yeah. So let's say that is one of our styles. Now let's give them a couple other styles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just so they have a couple cool options, right? Man, I'm fucking cranked for this hook,
right?
And I haven't seen our boy in there yet, but I think that he'll love this hook.
I mean, we could go with the Belgian triple.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big. It's beefy. It's tasty. It's it's gonna knock you on your tail. Right, and
but also,
you're playing with yeast, wild yeast, right? So it's like a whirlwind of fighting, right?
And it could also be that it's. Is it called a triple because it's triple fermented? Is it a third round?
No, it's just the ingredients.
It's the base.
Yeah.
It's just the recipe is big.
Yep.
Okay, because it could be a situation where, after the fight you have. This barrel was produced
it was
the
originally
generation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even better. I was thinking I was thinking it was like, oh, this was started at the beginning of this whole trip. But
it could be. But
no. I like the previous generation.
It comes back from them, and then you do it.
It's your obligation to make a new one.
You may never drink it.
Yeah.
right?
Well, you shouldn't.
You might never see it.
Yeah.
Right? When it happens. So Belgian triple. So this is it's massive wild yeast, of course. So it's going to have some novel tastes that might even be considered off flavors and other styles.
I've never seen this actually as a description, but
you're cranked up for this spiced beer, aren't
but
you?
this is something we could do later, not for here because we already have an Oktoberfest, but an autumn seasonal beer. I've never seen that as an actual description. They must have
What
just
is it?
amber to copper spiced beer that has a moderately rich body and slightly warming finish. A good accompaniment to the cool fall season.
I think that's distinct enough because we're going to be emphasizing spice character.
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable to put in there.
Yeah, because if not, we need to try this just in general later down the line, or
What force
week.
on earth could stop us? GM Rocky, I just finished bottling the last of my Abjuration School themed beer. When it comes to bottle conditioning, does one want the bottles to sit at room temperature or be at a temperature which is comfortable for the yeast? I've got mine at 65 degrees.
65 is fine.
Yeah.
Keep it right there.
That's fine. With the yeast's fermentation temperature is between 60 and 72.
Yep.
Is this about right? Right. This is perfect.
Don't change it.
Second start of the ride on till morning. You're good. Can I try distilling some of it? Sounds like a phenomenal whiskey. This is going to happen for us eventually. Now, understand that there is a device made by Pico, made by Pico Brew, that we can take the worts that we produce here. Now, understand
Not that we would do
not
so.
that we would ever do such a thing, but understand that there is such a thing,
On camera.
a device that can be attached. I mean, I think that it's
just like
it's a
hooks
little
on
copper
top.
coiled. I mean, it goes on top of the fucking keg.
Does it really?
No,
I thought it was a whole device that came.
No. I think it's a
Oh.
separate device that utilizes the rest of the engine to produce that.
I didn't know it sat on just the top of the keg. I thought it was a whole. Yeah, that's fascinating.
I could be wrong.
No. It's
But
great.
that's the key, is that just because the laws are the way that they are, we could not physically show you the process, but it might happen. Just make peace with it. But it would be interesting. Of course, we can show you, and this is...
And then we could show you a
is some
glass
horseshit.
with nothing in it, drink the glass, and then tell you how good it was
exactly. No,
when we were drinking it
No, but
over
it's like- but I
playing
mean,
war games or
but
something.
this is like this is animism, like it's horse shit, right? So I can show you all the grains that I use,
yeah. Everything you're
and
going to
then
put
I
into
can
it.
show the final process and drink it. But if I ever show you the mystical realm here in the middle, oh boy, now you're in for a spanking. Graham Baxter, cake for pairing with One for the Road should arrive this week.
What?
Hope you like it as much as the first
What
one.
did he say?
So, cake for pairing with One for the Road.
Whoa, excellent.
Some more of that
Yeah.
those fruited cakes. Oh, interesting. Orion Rogue, of all the recipes, which would you remake but put away for the long rest?
God, that is way too damn hard.
Because there's so many great ones, right? Mm-hmm. There's so many great ones. I mean, the truth is, if we thought we were going to put something away for that sleep, I would make Jingle Bellhop again.
You think?
I would make Jingle Bellhop, or I would make Doomgate Dark Wine.
That's what I was going to say, dark wine. Jingle Bellhop was really good.
Yeah, Dark Wine. Secret Stash is great, but I feel like you should drink that right away.
I don't...
Cold Comfort.
Cold Comfort. That was another tropical stout.
tropical stout. Cold Comfort was very good.
1,000 Year... No.
It's another rich one. God, what would be a real winner? That's best aged. A lot of them would hold up.
Yeah. I would try Long Rest again, just even longer.
I would do Long Rest with a Long Rest.
We rested that pretty damn long, but imagine
We rested the F out of it.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to do that with any of the IPAs. It's just
No, because you want you can age IPAs, but
you can.
The hop flavor just doesn't.
Well, exactly. Like it doesn't benefit,
hold up, yeah.
Right? Which is why we wouldn't do it. And they want that triple. You know what? The funny thing about that, chat, is I think that is actually the proper choice. For me,
Yeah.
I would have gone with the Oktoberfest or the seasonal
Just
beer.
to do one?
Just to do one.
But
just to have it done.
I think for the lore, that's the right choice.
It's because that's actually what Ryan likes, which by extension is what Dragonborn like.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like what he grew up with, basically.
Yep.
So it's got to be. Although the day-to-day is probably going to be more in the double range.
Right.
Right? But this is the serious business. This is the big gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have a Belgian trip. Let me pull up my tomboy notes so that I can provide useful information to my friend. For once, ABV, SRM. I'm loving it.
Okay, so let's add a recipe.
Recipe. We're going to throw in that Pico Brew Zymatico. Now, style?
Let's say it's a Belgian Tripel.
I'm going to come back to this.
And then, okay. So, let's talk about our ABV. What do we want this to be for you and me?
Yeah, exactly. So, knowing what we know, this is a beer produced by the last couple who fought before their wedding.
Yes. God, so it
So
wasn't
it's been in the cask for a while.
Yeah.
But it's a way to communicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a way for them to communicate with this new couple over time. And the main thing it says is that there's not anything special about this particular thing. This happens.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
You're gonna get through this.
Oh, it's also it's happened at least one other time.
Yeah, exactly.
So in terms of ABV, to my mind, that exists in a range for the same reasons that we like Out of This World existing in that potable range.
So the bottom range of a triple is going to be 7.5.
So it starts out like naked in the middle of the road with its fists up.
This is going to be like, okay, so you've gotten through this. You can have a couple of these just to relax and calm down.
Exactly. You celebrate.
Yep.
You get like the tulip.
Right.
Right.
And the high end is a 9.5, but we can push that a little higher if we want to.
Yeah. Let's functionally speaking make a kind of wine at the highest level.
Yep.
What are you trying to get? You trying to get some product? Get the fuck in here.
Yeah. Get a whiff of this. Delicious.
We're here.
All right, hey, we have some friends. So grab that plastique.
This big one.
Yes, exactly. It's like
BPA free.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Is this beeper free, please? It's all fuzz.
It will.
Yep.
It's all fuzz. It just
all
has to
fuzz
do
and
with how it's
games
being
until
pushed.
you
But
start
you'll be
to drink
okay. You'll be strong. Just pour against the back of the glass and find success.
Hell yeah.
Oh, some not fuzz.
Whoop. There we go. Just let it happen. It's fine. We can tell. It's all good. All right. So armoire. No, it's the aroma. It's the aroma is from the substantial volume of chunk pineapple placed in the fermenter.
With chocolate.
Yeah, what am I putting
Yeah.
in my gob here?
So
The chat actually figured it out perfectly. It's the chocolate pineapple in the edible arrangement.
How dare you?
No, that actually.
It's weird.
I love an edible
As
arrangement.
soon as you said that and it was in my mouth, I was like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
So you
Is it
get
a stout?
So yeah, it's a stout. So you
It's
get
a-
pineapple on
it's
the
a
nose
tropical
and then
stout.
chocolate from the actual drink.
Tropical
Roasty
stout
chocolate.
is my
very
stage
roasty.
name, so, yeah.
I heard this.
It does
Hello.
take a second to get to the content.
Yeah, you gotta let it. You gotta let it.
It has a rich hat,
I don't like waiting,
or it has a rich hat or top.
but you know what? I think it gives you that
Someone
island
gets stage
vibe,
names.
and then we're on island time letting it.
Yeah, just relax.
Yeah, Jeff, I think refilled his glass twice.
Just
I'm
wearing
surprised he
Hawaiian
didn't just
shirts.
put his
I wouldn't.
Oops, it fell back.
Oh,
in.
no.
Oh God, how'd that happen?
I wouldn't expect a lot from Mr. Callis today. Maybe
It's fine.
he emerged with a dark thirst.
Thank you for this. I do love it.
I'm glad you like it.
Where can I buy it?
Here,
you know,
free.
Okay, thank you.
Did you make
on
this?
tap
Yeah.
all day.
It's going to be a no from me.
Yeah. You say no. You're like
He's like, man.
Chocolate. I love the pineapple.
Oh,
it's the chocolate.
is this a no from you, dog?
Mhm.
Oh my God.
That's weird.
Shit.
Like there's something there,
I agree.
but it's that chocolate.
But here, I'll drink. I'll drink the rest of it.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna think about it.
I'm gonna think about this chocolate.
You're gonna think about what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Thank you so much.
here. So that's still pumping. What are they thinking on the percentages?
Oh, 11? So this is like, man, that fight was rough. You better,
Well,
you need something to recover from.
it's as we suggested, right?
Wow, you cranked that shit right up to 11.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's as we suggested. And essentially, the
Oh,
it's a barley wine.
Ninja's calling you out.
It's a barley wine, right?
Yep.
Let's see. No, I was looking for my phone.
Oh.
It's gone.
It's in the nether.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we're out of here.
Okay.
Next.
So let's talk about our color. Typically, it's 4.5 to 7 on the SRM scale, but we can get, as crazy as we want to get.
Well, yeah. So let's throw up the.
So
Let's
typically,
throw up
it's
the gauge. I mean,
yeah.
because the truth is, we get to fuck with this as much as we want.
Yeah.
Based on the malt build, right? I mean, there's no part of this that is outside of striking distance. And in terms of style, we're talking about a beer made by dragon people in the
Right.
mountains. So we can get away with whatever we want. So let's start at 4. Let's just give them a line. Let's just give them 4, 14, 24, 34.
Wow. Yeah. We go straight delirium nocturnum.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. 34 is just the blood splatter that's left over from the fight.
Yeah. They are the lizard. Yeah, there's some good solid color options in this mix for sure. Oh yeah, you put the glitter in there for the scale.
Oh, that's a great idea. God damn it!
Just a little sprinkle.
I don't even
Put
want
that gold in there. Can you imagine what that gold would look like against some of these SRMs?
Yeah.
God
It's just so funny. I'm like, I don't want to approve of glitter in my beer, but you know what? I approve. It's too cool not to approve.
If it was dumb, then it wouldn't matter. Now, when you go home at night, and then people are commenting to you about how sparkly
your teeth are,
the corners of your lips are, it's like, that's an interesting conversation to have. That's just what it is. Let's see. Stig says, I have 5 gallons of Viking's Blood mead. Ooh.
Hey, whew.
Cold crashing in my fridge. It had been there for about a week. But just before the show today, I went to my fridge for a soda, and fermentation has started again. Like the airlock is burping every 5 seconds. Have you ever had a brew do that? Did it get shaken?
Yep, it can happen.
Yeah, that's not crazy. That's why, especially with meats, you just leave them. The best solution for meats is you just forget.
Especially with a mead. So with meads, you can do a couple things. You can rack that about 2 to 3 times, just to keep getting it off.
Stuff.
Yep. And you're going to see every time you rack that, you will see some more of these, because it's just releasing CO2, right? That's coming out of the tank.
It just work.
Yep.
And also, mead is sweet as hell.
Yep, and mead takes a lot longer because
it is sugar.
It's pure sugar.
Right. Richter is saying, hey, how about a barley wine for the holiday season? I mean, always, but the truth is...
Oh, God, yeah.
There's no question. But I mean, if you make a barley wine for the holiday season, we should have already had it done.
Yeah.
You know what? If we want it to be good, we should have done it last month.
October, November.
Just to really forget about it.
Yeah.
I think it's the same.
It would be ready in February.
Right. But the truth is, you'd be hard pressed. Dark wine is incredible.
Hands down.
Dark wine works.
Yep.
As a product, for sure. They want that 14.
Okay, cool. That's a really neat color.
Yeah, they're going for I think that to the chat mind, collectively, 14 has a good copper vibe.
Good dragon scales and whatever you want to.
So we're on that. How about the Ebu?
The Ebu. What? The Ebu?
It's not crazy Ebu, as I recall.
20 to 40 is the average.
There's not much of anything there.
No, you're balancing out the all the strong malts you're going to be putting in this.
Because it is massive. Mm-hmm. Like it's a seismic bill.
This guy's going to be crazy. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting in grains. We're actually going to be throwing in sugar itself.
Yeah.
To drive up the ABV, right?
Yeah, that's where the rest of it comes from. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Is there a specific time? Is
right
there a
into the
specific
boil.
Kind?
You can. I mean, typically you for these you can just use regular pure white sugar, table sugar.
Oh yeah.
But you can use candies if you want. You can use the candied
It's
sugars.
like the Scotch ales.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Scary Crazy wants to know how did Elmo's in Indianapolis stack up?
Oh, St. Elmo's has a fantastic steak. It's delightful.
It's working.
Oh God, yeah. If you're ever in town in Indianapolis, go grab a steak from there. Good God, it's
Yeah. Well, and you come from a place where steaks are sort of a definitional genre,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You come from places where you like go into a room and like point at meat.
yeah. I mean, so
Right.
there were old places that you can't really do it now because of health code and blah blah blah.
Oh,
whatever.
you can't just walk around
Yeah.
in the freezer.
So there was a place
Probably for
down.
the best.
Yeah, there was a place down in Brooklyn that you would go in and you would go into the freezer and there would just be steaks hanging, and they would be dry aging them and there would be mold on the steak, right? And you would just be like, that's mine.
Brush it off.
Yep, done. And they would take it and cook it.
What makes it tender, right? I mean, that's the idea.
Yeah, it breaks down the cellulose or whatever's inside and.
Okay. There's a blend of options here, but ultimately I think that 20. So this is going to be pretty sweet compared, which I think is going to be
dig
fine
it.
because it's 11%.
Right?
So we're doing good here.
So let's start talking about our grains.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next step. So the base
Okay.
grain. This is going to be what fills out most of it.
Yeah. So traditionally, we would go with a Pilsner malt. This is the classic malt that you're going to be throwing in for a Belgian triple. Mm-hmm. And it's very much like
Crisp, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. Crisp and sweet are the two definitive.
There's nothing surprising about it. And that doesn't mean that it's bad. Because sometimes, like the inflection that we put on it, that can be one of the other grains that comes in later.
Yep. We could use Golden Promise. This is going to be similar. It's still another pale, but this is just going to be pure sweetness coming into this beer.
Yeah, and from having put all of these things in my mouth and eaten them, it's just a richer sweet.
Yeah.
And we also have access to a really, really strong variant of it too.
I think those are the two. That's the pull.
Yeah. Because that's going to be, pounds and pounds and pounds of this stuff, right?
Easily.
S.A. Wells, would a Dragonborn fight beer be a clawbach? Let's see. Graham Baxter, drink till you can't remember what you were fighting about? Yeah, it could be. I mean, God only knows what alcohol even means to a lizard.
Right?
You know what I mean?
How do they digest it? Like, what's their...
Exactly. Oh, hey, as far as the long rest is involved, what about Strix's dark contract with the dark contract with the actual tips, the fresh tips, and I'm sure that she could get a hold of those easy. That's the type of witchy shit she's into. Mm-hmm. She could find that for us for sure. Blind Cleric, so what do they call the makeup period after the temper and the quench? That's interesting. Temper, quench. I mean, I'll be surprised if quench doesn't run away with it, name-wise, just because it's flawless. But the prospect, the region of this time period is temper. But in terms of what's after,
quenching,
we'd have to think about it. Yeah. If we wanted to just flex on it from end to end, there could be sword terms for every part of it.
Oh, God, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The folding. Like
ginseng infusion for after. Sure.
Ooh.
Sure. Get onto the medicinal aspect. Okay. No, they want the big sweet from the Golden Promise, which is like...
Yeah,
that's like the textbook. I mean, it's not how it's done. It's going to be done with Pilsner. If you go someplace and have this style, it's not going to be made with Golden Promise. but it should be made with golden frost.
Yeah. But really, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, Belgium.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So what do we layer on top of that bad boy?
That's a really good question. So,
Knowing what we know, at 14, there's a few specialty grains we could put in small amounts.
yes.
That would inflect it, but wouldn't, be the main taste.
No, absolutely not. So what we can do, let's talk about the lore of this. So this is going to be quenching or putting out the fire that happens.
That was that conflict.
So what type of flavors are good for that? What type of flavors would?
Well, we're already moving in a big
It's sweet.
sweet direction. But if we're talking about quenching, there's a steam and a smoke that's the result of that quench too, right?
Yep.
And so it could be that there is a small amount of something roasted in there just to communicate it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could throw in definitely not black malt to give the roasted, but
That's too much, and it would be too astringent.
Yep. I like the thought.
Yeah, but something in that other realm that's got an SRM punch.
Well, it doesn't have to be high because we're still at 14.
No, it's fine. We don't want to go crazy pants with it.
No, this is an interesting honey. That'd be fascinating.
Yeah.
Melanoid and no.
Oh, that malt.
Yeah, it basically
Super malt.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be
I was gonna say moving into that Munich zone.
roasted.
Like,
Actually, roasted barley.
Oh, now we're moving in the right direction.
Coffee
That would
and
give it
yeah.
a crazy
Just
flavor.
a small amount of roasted barley.
So
like
as one option, roasted barley.
Yep.
That's going to grant. It's not going to be on the. Is that going to be on the? That's going to be more on the toast side, right?
Yep. No, it's going to be. No, that's going to be more roasty.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the coffee chocolate continuum.
Yep. Burnt, grainy coffee-like flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But how about this one? This isn't going to be so much for the SRM, but roasted wheat.
Oh yeah.
Think about this.
Well, roasted
Gentle
wheat
roasting process ensures a unique flavor which is dominated by specific popcorn aromas.
Oh, so hyper grainy, right? Well, and you see that like in there's certain types of Japanese teas
Yeah.
that have a popcorn component that are really good, and it gives it a smoky, it gives it a rich sort of smoky taste
Listen,
in the tea.
I'm throwing this one right out here. Special B.
Here, Special B, you can just have it. We're gonna hit him with this here.
No, this needs to be a choice.
Oh, here. Well,
We'll do that as the next
exactly.
one. Yeah.
It was already up. It was out of my hands.
It's out of my hand. I can't do it.
No, but Special B. So because we always joke about Special B, what is the actual description they have?
Okay,
of
so this is going to be extremely
Extreme caramel.
Extreme caramel. Do the do.
This is the sort of caramel you would see on ESPN.
Right, on the Ocho.
On the fucking Ocho.
It's just hucking globs at everybody. But it's extreme caramel and extreme malty flavor.
Perfect.
But it's also, I mean, it's constantly used in Belgian triples.
They want the roasted wheat.
I think it'd be interesting to see what the hell
That
happens. Yeah.
touch against that big wall of sugar.
Of sweet sugar.
No, they want that roasted wheat, and we're gonna give it to them. By God,
X gonna give it.
deliver on their own. Yeah. So then let's back them up. So they want that wheat.
Okay, so we got a couple
have
of
that one.
choices. Do we want to go more caramel in flavor, so it's kind of a soothing?
Oh, for the Special B?
Well, yeah, that's going to make this like, okay, so you've had the fight, now this is a way to
This is the
sweet and
sweetness.
soothing throughout this entire, it's almost like a dessert.
Special B is medicinal caramel,
Yeah.
right?
Or do we want to do it? Oh, we could really go we could go hard and do
Dumb.
smoked malt, which would be insane.
Smoked. There's a case to be made that a little bit of smoked malt, a little bit, against the backdrop of the sweet, and the gentle hopping, and the theme of the quench, there's a case to be made. Yeah, obviously Victory's awesome.
I think Victory would be cool.
Yep.
It's going to give you this Victory is another one. So Special B would be one.
Yep.
Victory.
There's Mega Biscuit, right?
Yeah, super biscuity, toasty and biscuity. Yeah, I think those are two really good choices.
Yeah. That'd be a nice sort of third leg of the stool,
Yeah.
flavor-wise, I think. Quinoa, I think, Tobias, I think the quinoa, I don't know what the sugar content is of quinoa.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to it.
No.
But it would be, quinoa is actually slightly bitter, like rye is too, and very nutty. So there's a case to be made that a certain amount of it might be interesting.
It'd be cool to play around with. Absolutely.
Get that protein.
Whoa. Fitty.
Whoa!
So, woo!
They're wrestling.
Are you looking up a song for?
I'm considering a song.
I think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
Do you think you can deliver?
Depends.
On the
It
to
depends.
the caliber
It depends on the song.
of that young gentleman?
Maybe.
Yeah. Orion. Yeah, we can't go wrong either way on this vote. Both are going to add some really nice flavors to this. KFC.
Just throw a chicken wing
Yeah,
into
just
the,
straight up
into the
chicken wings?
fermenter. Yeah, that's a dry addition.
Yeah.
Sure. you put that
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm boiling my chicken.
You put that yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, you get a lot of very different results
Yeah,
depending
I
on
mean-
when you add the KFC chicken. No,
Are you using original recipe or the new stuff? I mean,
Get
it's just
sticky, right?
it's all up in the air.
That rich, maybe some okra. They want the victory. They're looking for mega biscuit.
I think it's cool. Yeah. Vic. Okay. That is at 10. Perfect. What are we at ABV wise? 8.2. We're already at 8.2. So we're gonna add.
Okay. So already, history is being made right here on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Would drink.
100%.
Where do we go from here?
Let's talk about those hops.
Yep. Now, so being what it is, it's the hopping on these is usually going to be pretty traditional. Is my suspicion, because most of the flavor character from these comes from the massive kettle full of malts and then the weird ass yeast.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So traditionally, Saz is going to be number one, right?
Earthy spice.
Yep.
That rare hidden spice girl.
But what else could we? So what kind of flavors do we want to evoke from this fight?
It has to be grounding. Like, it has to be something that is going to provide. It can't be something that leads to a rejuvenated hostility, right? It has to be something that is going to provide, that's going to let the charge out of this thing, right? And I ultimately, I think that means hops in the noble continuum, or something else that we can discover that has something neat about it.
Something earthy. I mean, yeah.
'Cause I would say Tet, but Tet is too much in this vein already.
Right.
We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to be that person.
Brewer's Gold is fascinating, but I don't. Atlas.
The fuck is that? Slovenia?
Well,
It's
so
a cross between Brewer's
Slovenia.
Gold and
This could-
wild hops.
So Slovenia,
Oh.
Styrian hops are actually another hop that are added to Belgian triples. They're common.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, for the Styrian Alice. Okay. Oh, but I also like the idea that it is basically the wild hop,
Bittering hop with a pleasant bitterness and aroma. Yeah.
but the wild hop brought into the fold
Right.
with the Brewer's Gold.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's throw that in there, because that's gonna yeah. It's gonna be fruity, spicy, but it's a pleasant bitterness. I like that. I like that. I like that descriptor.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Crossbred with the wildest of hops.
Wow!
Wow! Wow! Wow!
It's a brand new record.
Coming out.
Oh yeah, Breath Weapon would be a great theme, just for a range of Dragonborn content, to be sure. Ooh, the sharpening. That's an interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like Neon. That's pretty strong. We're talking about that period after the quench. The sharpening. Yes, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, but then you know what's interesting? So when you craft a sword, right? Or even in a Japanese setting, there are multiple
Oh, that's
people.
right. You have like a friend who like sharpens swords in Tokyo or something, right?
Yeah. But it's not just one person that does it from start to finish.
No, it's
it gets
specialized.
it gets sharpened
Right.
by a specific sharpener. The sheath gets made by somebody else. The blade gets made by the bladesmith.
Right.
So it's like, think about that. So at the end of this whole process, who's making the sheath for the couple, right? Who's
Right.
making that beer for them?
Yeah. If the other parts of it are ritualized, or if they're recognized in a different way, right? S.A. Wells, name suggestion in case I flake out early: Hammered and Tongs. Neon Graveyard, have you seen the unholy KFC donut chicken sandwich? What's
The
this
what?
Satanism. These are the end fucking times.
Oh yeah, the donut chicken. Yeah. That's like there's this one Krispy Kreme burger, right, where it's donut, burger, cheese, bacon, burger, cheese, bacon, another donut, right? Am I doing that right, or did I miss a donut in the middle too, like a Big Mac?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a step back from the edge that the double down led us to.
Nice.
We went once just to see how horrifying the famous bowl was, and it was more horrifying than we could have imagined.
It was famously horrifying.
This is a malevolent
Oh
food.
yeah. And what were we going for the IBUs on this one?
Well, nothing would bring me more pleasure. The IBUs are 20, so it's not crazy
20?
pants.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Now, do we want to add anything else? Any kind of fruit, any kind of flavoring? Is there anything else we want to pack into this?
Flavor-wise. Let's see. Well, because beyond that, any special additions
Yeah.
would be, we're just looking for the yeast and the name at the end point, right? So what would be, basically, like what would be an interesting dry addition?
Yeah, do we want to put one, or is this good enough?
We will consider it. I agree. There's no question that it's good enough.
Yeah.
But is there an interesting opportunity
Right.
for something to be additional? Well, here, I'm just going to look at the chat for a while. Limes? So tart? I don't know
that's
about that.
interesting.
Chili. I feel like we've
done a
we've
lot,
done so
yeah.
much spice in there. We've done so much spice. I feel like we got to try something else, and it can be anything. Because remember, the other purpose of this, right, is to soothe and flatten out. Yeah, I think something herbal. Licorice root would be wild.
Whoa.
A little bit like anise or something. God, would it be too much?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Would it be too much? It doesn't have to be in there forever. But the idea that it exists, that there's an infusion aspect. And also, I definitely feel like Dragonborn Like even just from like what we've been able to put together.
Clove, ginger, and mint. But anyways, just to keep those.
Yeah. Wormwood. Even just in the context where we talked about it, they just believe a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So throw in anise in there for.
Honestly, I think that ginger.
Clove is a painkiller. Yeah.
Clove. See, dude, we're back on your shit. Your fantasy was to make something spiced.
Yeah.
What if we do a mulling spice, but it's mild? Like we don't leave it in there for a long time.
No.
What if we do a mulling spice back that's got some clove, or some clove, dried apple, something in that continuum, currant, something in that spot, and then pull that out because there's enough there.
Right.
That's got real
That's
shit in
fun.
there ready.
Yeah.
Here, so let's try it. Let's just throw some additions in here. Yeah, I'm thinking clove and apple would be a real easy one. Some ginger. Another one. Yeah, 5 spice would be massive.
Oh yeah, sure. Jeez, I think that'd be a little.
Yeah.
Whew. I like the concept of the apple. That's real, like a dried apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna put clove in there. Apple is probably just so everybody knows, apple's probably gonna go in here. Give those a try. Hey, Graham wants to know if he can combine full grain and extract brewing, or if there is a significant difference in how they're brewed. Absolutely. I got my start doing about a pound or two of cracked grains.
Yeah.
And then extracts for the rest of the sugars.
It's called partial mash. Yeah.
Totally normal.
Totally do it. Yeah.
Totally normal. Awesome. Training wheels type ramp into full grain. If that's where you're going to end up, I think it's much more important to make beer than it is to make beer in a particular way.
And doing it that way also, if you have limited space, it helps because you don't need all the equipment.
Exactly.
You don't need all the time to do the equipment. So whatever works, you can find a nice balance.
Yeah, you can succeed. Man, they got some interesting choices up on the matrix here. Clove and ginger. In either case, like a fresh ginger root in there for a certain amount of time. Because what's cool about that is it gives you get your spice, you get like your warming spices, but it's not hot spice. It's more on that. It's the fresh ginger is not going to be in that chili range.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I keep thinking back to the kombucha that we had over the weekend, the blueberry ginger kombucha.
Oh, the hard kombucha.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
Yeah, and but I love that ginger taste in there.
Oh, yeah. It was flawless. That berry ginger one, oof. Oof. All right, I'm going to wait. I'm about to push this button.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's the fingers coming down even farther. If you love clove now, this is the time.
No.
Oh, shit.
Did not work?
Oh, no, it's just, I touched it and it didn't happen. Holy shit, they're fucking going wild in there.
Wow.
No, clove came out on top. Holy
Knife
shit.
fight. Okay, cool. So clove.
Clove.
Clava. All right.
All right. So now it's
Yeah, let's hit him with the yeast.
yeah.
So traditionally, we can go with the Belgian Abbey, which is going to give us a dry and slight fruity characteristic.
Yeah. So it's going to be sweet, but this isn't going to emphasize the syrupy nature of that body,
No,
right?
Yep. Or this Belgian Ardennes? Is that how you say that?
Ardennes.
Ardennes. That's Italian.
Ardennes, maybe?
Ardennes, yeah, maybe. I haven't used this, but it's for a wheat beer.
Ooh.
But it's mild
fruitiness and complex spice. So a little bit different from the traditional.
That's your off kind of.
Complex spice. So moving it in that that saison, that sort of farmhouse weirdness.
Yep.
I'm into it.
Two.
Oh shit, yeah. It's all twos.
Coming up twos today.
Yeah, complex spice, right? So that recognizes it, right? That recognizes the dealio for sure.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Complex
Spice.
That
I mean,
sounds-
it's just it's wildly appropriate.
It's a little on the nose, frankly.
Yeah. Wildly appropriate.
Okay. No, this Belgian Abbey's never winning.
It didn't even have a chance. Sorry, everyone.
No, it's sad. It's sad. Now we need names. So, Quench, up top.
Temper. Temper.
God, I can see that logo so well, Doc.
Tubble
I can
and
just see it
strife.
in my mind.
Bad blood.
Oh,
Rancor.
The pitch is that over the year-long courtship, to have and to hone, wild.
Whoa. That's great.
The courtship
Quenched passion.
year-long
Rumble and tumble.
between Dragonborn high society.
No, there was no singing yet, but maybe we can
Maybe it'll happen.
during the voting process.
Yeah, but that's the basic idea, right?
First night. Get out of the kitchen.
Is that the very first time they have a fight, it's a recognized, codified, understood, accepted phenomenon, and they have a medicine for it.
Mm-hmm. Holy hackles. Marital strife, wild oats, so what? Flare up. Them's fighting words.
Feud fuel.
Nuptial knockout. Copper patina, yeah.
I'm just going to say patina. I hope that's okay,
Yeah.
Frosty. It's lovely.
Dragon's dowry, yeah.
Dragon's Dowry has got a real texture.
Scratch the surface, yeah. Ivy wet. Fire and forget, yeah.
Something with horde, some kind of horde thing.
Yeah, there's something. Apology accepted. Yeah.
Here we go. So let's give these a
Yeah.
give these a try here.
Temper's
Temper is
great
lovely.
too.
It's just lovely.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
To have and to hone is fucking
Oh, it's
brilliant.
very clever.
Yeah.
I will give Stiggs that. It
Yep.
is a very, very, very smooth
Yeah.
execution for sure.
No, yeah, those are fantastic. No, the fight is
It's brewing down there.
tempered temper.
Temper. I love it. Zero Dark Thirsty? No, that's not it. The name of the beer is Don Craw Jr., as you know, and it's shameful. Stiggs has done a couple for sure. Work Reese, listen. They're Melvin Cloaca, gross.
Whoa!
This is look.
You know-
that's wrong when you know it. No, for me, it's sort of like we just go down through this thing.
Yeah.
It's like they want us to play Freebird.
Right.
They're just going
Yeah.
down the names of the things
Yeah.
that we already have. Some crimes in chat, hell yeah. Where are the fucking mods? You know what I mean? There's some horse shit going on in here.
Play Freebird.
I think it's to have and to hone.
Yeah.
All right, well here. So do you have, Jorash, do you have mic set up?
Sure.
Smooth. Okay, cool. Well here, let me go around the front. I'm gonna rub this thing a little bit. Make this thing, of course, I mean the device.
Get those icons pumping. Emotes.
Exactly.
Forget icons, Jesus.
And then we'll see what we can do.
5.25-inch floppy disk. Now it's icons. Good lord.
Exactly. And then we will seize the device and we'll send it over to my friend Morak. Ugh. Do I have to use the
Oh yeah, right. This is a whole new
Yeah, I mean,
venue. Look at this.
For this purpose, maybe it's quiet enough. Maybe do I take it off?
Yeah, I think you.
What's that?
You could, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta rub it.
Oh, and the best part is.
Oh, are you getting flavor coming out of that?
Well, for sure, but also it just says "Welcome Home" right on the front of the box.
Aww.
It's just awesome.
Aw.
All right, let's see. This affection for the grains, obviously. Little grains. I know it's been a long time, but you got this. You got this. I mean, everybody saw you being poured into the chamber, right? And they were like, I don't know. I don't see a lot of specialty grains in there. And it's like, You got to listen very closely. You got to listen to the song of the grains. All right? I believe in you. All right, now, this is a song that I heard, Precious Grains, when I was at a concert with my friends a couple weeks ago. And I've been singing it in the car. I'm not sure if that's going to help at all, because I've been drinking for an hour and a half.
You got this.
But we're going to do our best for you, Grains.
Hey, we're confident.
And all we're asking is that you do your best for us in a couple of weeks. I want you to be good to Ghostly, right? He's going to pitch the yeast later on, and I want you to be, involved in the process. I want you to be 50% of it at least. Okay? All right, good. Let's see. She told me that I'm not enough, and she left me with a broken heart. She fooled me twice and it's all my fault. She cut too deep and she left me scarred. Now there's so many thoughts running through my brain. Now I'm taking these shots like it's Novocaine. Ooh, I fall apart, down to my core. Ooh, I fall apart, down to my core. Ooh, I didn't know before. Surprised when you caught me off guard. All right, it goes on like that for a while. All right, Grains, you got what we need.